Hey guys, Skip here. I've got a question for you for the most fundamental essence of what life is all about. What is it?
Ready to challenge the impossible!
I had that realization a long time ago.
So imagine what life would be like if you had the health, the wealth, and the wonders.
You may as well think big!
Do it.
Take control of your destiny, and I'll see you at Destiny Summit 2021. Lock in your seats.
Hey everyone, my name is Gabriel Wong and I'm so excited to be speaking to you at Destiny Summit 2021. As the king of direct response ad in Asia, my marketing agency has generated over $20 million in revenue in the last 18 months through video ads. So I'll be sharing with you how you can sell anything through the power of video storytelling without any expensive equipment, even if you are an introvert. I'll be revealing the secrets behind what makes our video work, the process and generating ideas, and writing a video script that converts buyers into raving fans. If you are a business owner or a freelancer looking to scale your business online, you do not want to miss this. So make sure you're registered for Destiny Summit 2021 and I will see you there.
Hey, it's Melvin Soh. I super scaled my business from $0 to $30 million and I'm going to show you how. Come find out. Take control of your destiny now. Register for Destiny Summit 2021. I will see you there.
Hi there, this is Shannon, the CEO of LibVista, and I will be one of the speakers for the Destiny Summit 2021. Now, I'm really excited to be there because one of the things that I'll be sharing with you at the event is about how even if you're an introvert or have no experience in sales, to be able to close big ticket over a simple Zoom call. And yes, you heard me right. Right? I think the pandemic has created a lot of opportunities and a lot of crises for a lot of people. And in this event, I'll be sharing about how can you actually turn any crisis to an opportunity to even generate sales for yourself during this pandemic period. And now one of the things is that over the last couple of years, I've had the privilege to travel over 11 different countries, generating over 20 million worth of sales for companies like agencies, software as a service, for investment or education or events. Now I'm really excited to see you there because I know if I'm able to influence you in the smallest way possible or the biggest way possible in my content, I'll be able to potentially transform your life in the capacity that I have, right? So I look forward to see you in the event and take control of your destiny, and I'll see you in the Destiny Summit 2021.
Hi, I'm Eugene Xia, one of the speakers at Destiny Summit 2021. There are three kinds of people when facing the pandemic. The first kind, they will create what's going on. The second kind, they will follow what's going on. And the third kind, they will wonder what's going on. I'll be speaking at the Destiny Summit to share with you three very concrete steps how you can become the first kind of person where you create what's going on, pandemic or no pandemic. Take control of your destiny. See you there at Destiny Summit 2021.
Hi everyone, my name is Lisa Kleng and I'm the CEO of Spendless Group. Right over at Spendless Group, we manage e-commerce distribution, a couple of other startups, including educational platforms as well. But believe it or not, 10 years ago, before I started building and running tech companies, I was actually a stay-home mom starting my first business. And as my business grew and I ventured into new investments, I'm always learning new things and most importantly, trying to juggle my role as a mother of three with the growing businesses and my employees and teams all over the world. So I hope you can join me to find out more on the strategies that I use to grow my company while keeping in check and balance with juggling motherhood the best way I can. So I'll be sharing some tools, strategies, time management skills that might be useful for some of you who's starting your business at this moment with a young family to worry about. So all I can say is take control of your destiny and see you soon for Destiny Summit 2021.
Hey everyone, my name is Gabriel Wong and I'm so excited to be speaking to you at Destiny Summit 2021.
Why do I have to go through these challenges?
Today is the day to unlock your peak potential.
How can you actually turn any crisis into an opportunity?
I super scaled my business from $0 to $30 million.
You don't have to be intelligent to be rich.
I'm always learning new things and most importantly, trying to juggle my role as a mother of three with the growing businesses and my employees and teams all over the world.
So you gotta hang on people who are positive, who inspire you every day.
Take control.
Take control.
Take control.
Take control.
Take control. Take control of your destiny.
Destiny Summit 2021.
I can't wait.
Hello, hey, very good evening to everyone. Welcome to another episode of Destiny Talks. And if you are surprised, I am too. Okay, I wasn't really expecting this. This plan supposed to be for tomorrow night, but I got a call from the great Melvin Soh, and he said that he wanted to give more value to everybody. He wanted to be able to be on the show longer, so that he can interact with you guys better, so that he can give his very, very best to you. And he actually asked me if we could do this at 11 p.m. on a Saturday night, and I said, why not? Let me get dressed and shave and let's do it, man. And that is why we are currently on. So for the rest of you who are as shocked as I am, don't be, strap in your seatbelts, and get ready, because this is going to be one hell of a session of Destiny Talks, right? For those of you watching this for the first time, Destiny Talks is where we invite our speakers for Destiny Summit 2021. And we have them to share their experiences in 2020 and what led them, in their journey of discovery, what is their learning points, what was the experiences they had, that they have to really overcome and circumvent in 2020, and what led them to move so much better, to do so much more in 2021. So this is the series where we actually invite them to share more, and you can get to know them better prior to you attending their speeches in Destiny Summit 2021, because not everybody know all the speakers that we have. Of course, the great Melvin Soh is well loved by a lot of you who is watching right now, but still, for those of you who don't know him, I'm just going to give a short introduction about Melvin, and this is actually what he gave me. So I'm going to read it out anyway, because it's too sudden for me already. I'm not that prepared. So, of course, we all know that Melvin is the founder of the X Factor branding, right? And he's been using this X Factor method that is used by the world's greatest speakers and marketers, and all they do this is so that they can stand up from the pack and soar to the top of their industries. In fact, within our circle, many of the people that I know are really people who have learned from Melvin, and they are really, really, really very good, right? They are some of the top marketers and speakers behind the scenes, and Melvin's clients are literally the biggest and the brightest name in the industry, okay? And during the summit itself, what Melvin will be sharing with you is that he'll be sharing with you all these marketing secrets that he teaches his clients, so that they can rise to the top of their industry, dominate their marketplace. And I think the best part is this, that they can command the highest prices possible and attract only the best clients. Because really, you and I all know this, we are all entrepreneurs here. Some of you are watching this, we also don't want shitty clients, right? So this is something that Melvin will be able to help you really filter out and get the best of the best. Okay, so really during the summit, that's what Melvin is sharing. But tonight, Melvin is here to share with us about his 2020. And you can see right now, Melvin is super busy, right? But yet he's making time for this. In fact, he's actually having his dinner. You can see his bowl. I'm not sure if you can show your bowl of noodles or whatever that you were eating. But guys, if you all are here and watching this live, I can see there's 20 over of you. If you are here and watching this live and you're appreciating, Melvin actually coming on board at this time to be sharing all these experiences and golden nuggets with you, I'll comment, maybe I should ask you all comment supper, since it's actually eating. Comment supper in the chat and let us know that you are really loving this. In fact, if you're watching this, we are going to be providing you so much value. Grab your snack, right? Enjoy it. Enjoy the experience. So Melvin, before we carry on with the rest of the conversation, maybe you can just give a short intro about yourself as well, just 1 to 2 minutes.
Okay, so here's a little bit about myself, right? If you're watching this, my guess is you are definitely perhaps an entrepreneur. Perhaps an entrepreneur, perhaps you're a speaker, a marketer, a salesperson, okay? So I currently coach many of Asia's very, very top marketers, speakers, and coaches. Without giving too much away, some of the folks on the Destiny Summit are my clients. So I'm very happy that they're doing well. And I'm kind of behind the scenes, really coaching these people to be the very top of their industry. As you can see, I've had a very long day. I actually do it myself. I have basically behind the scenes brought in a lot of top people. If you've heard of Rich Dad, Marshall Thurber, I brought him out of retirement, 161718, made millions of dollars together. I currently work with my buddy Ken Chi, who is one of the headline acts in your Destiny Summit, and we have made close to $10 million via our collaboration. So, and I coach many top folks. I'm very happy to see one of the guys that I coach, Melvin Soh, the $30 million man, doing exceptionally well. And yeah, just the list goes on and on, So I celebrate my clients. I think they are great people, and I make them greater. So that's what I do.
Awesome. And for those of you who have yet to follow the great Melvin Soh, and the reason why I'm calling him the great Melvin Soh, because that's really his handle, okay? So if you put like at the Great Melvin Soh. That is his handle. Okay, so search for him. If you are not yet followed this amazing gentleman, you really got to do so. And by the way, if I have not said this to you in person before, Melvin, I would like to, on air, we are actually live right now, I'd like to say thank you very much for doing everything that you're doing. And, you know, I've been very grateful of all the support that you've given me over the years. You know, every time that I asked for you for an interview or even to support the summit, you know, you were very quick to say yes. And in fact, you referred me to people as well. And I'm very, very appreciative of that. So if I've not done that privately to say thank you to you, I'm doing this publicly right now because I'm truly, truly appreciative of everything that you've done. Okay.
Thank you.
So as we move into the the whole premise of Destiny Talks, right? I mean, it's about your 2020. So as we all know, 2020 has been a unpredictable year. It's been a little bit turbulent for most people, right? There's a lot of ups, there's a lot of downs. I think for most people that we know of, that I saw, that actually gave me the inspiration to do Destiny Summit 2021, it wasn't that good for them, right? They were facing a lot of issues in their business, in their health, in their relationship. You name it, they're probably facing some issues here and there. So, well, it was that for a lot of people, right? What about your 2020, Melvin? If I were to ask you to use 3 words to describe your 2020, what would that 3 words be?
Very exceptionally profitable.
Okay, that's a pretty fast. Very exceptionally profitable. I guess for many of us who is watching this right now, you will wish that was your 2020, right? So later, I'll probably ask Melvin to share a little bit more about why it was very extremely profitable, right? But of course, I think a lot of that will be shared during the Destiny Summit 2021 proper. So if you are not yet registered for Destiny Summit 2021, you all have to go and click on the link down below. I'm sure if it's already pumped up in the chat as well, it's pinned there. Get yourself registered for it. It's absolutely free, and most of the speakers are not even selling anything during the summit. In fact, Melvin here, he is also part of the speakers, and he is also not selling anything during the summit itself. So really, we are doing this to help you, to enable you, to empower you so that you can achieve more in 2021. So please get yourself registered for it. So, I mean, that is the very quick answer that Melvin had given us. And usually, you know, our guests, they will have to think a little bit more. They have to say a lot more, but you see how quick this gentleman is, right? He's just, 3 words. All right, that's it, right? But so obviously it was a good year for you, right? So I want to ask, right, apart from the good stuff, right, were there some challenges that you actually faced, like in 2020, apart from the business side? Maybe you can share both the business as well as on the personal level. Were there some challenges that you faced?
So I just want to mention a few things, right? Why specifically I say very exceptionally profitable. One of the things I'll be covering during my session on the Destiny Summit is this concept of value, right? So let's talk a little bit about business, then we talk a little bit about health and other stuff, and other areas of life, right? So the first area is business. Business is best understood this way. It's an exchange of value for currency. It's as simple as that. Value for currency. I give you something, you give me something. So there's the essence of business. Now, the one thing we realized the moment COVID hit is that value is not permanent. Gavin, I give you an example, right? For example, Gavin, if I were to ask you back in 2019, I say, Gavin, I'm going to treat you. I'm going to buy you and your loved ones a ticket, a first-class ticket, all the way to Los Angeles, California. First class, I pay. Then when you're there, right, you get a Disneyland VVIP, cut right at the front of the queue. I pay also. Would you think that's valuable? Yes or no? Back in 2019, I pay for everything. 25,000 Melvin Soh pay. Will you accept my gift?
If that's the gift from the great Melvin Soh, I wouldn't dare to say no. So yes.
So in December 2019 is an amazing gift, yes or no? Right?
Yes.
It's high value. Now, Gavin, if tonight, right after this call, I send you first class to Los Angeles, California, where the COVID's out of control. I also give you a VVIP to Disneyland, where maybe even Mickey Mouse has COVID. Will you go? Yes or no? Tonight.
I'll think twice.
So perhaps the answer is no. You'll be quite smart to say no. Now, what's the difference, Gavin? The difference is one thing in 2019 had a lot of value, right? So first class ticket to LA had a lot of value. But the same thing right now doesn't have value. So does something even have or does not have value? Well, the simple truth is it really depends. It depends on the situation. So the one thing we need to know is that as the situation changes, we all need to adapt. And if we are able to adapt and we are able to solve people's new problems, not their old problems, we solve their new problems, then we'll be very, very successful. So what I was able to do, because I'm naturally very flexible and adaptable, is in whole of 2020, I was able to solve a lot of people's relevant problems. I wasn't fixated with the fact that I've been doing this in this way for a very long time. I'm willing to scrap everything, right, and really serve the clients based on their current situation and whatever they need in the moment. Because of that, it was very profitable. Most people sink because, like the Titanic's captain, they go down with the ship because they're like, all right, I've been doing this for quite a while. This is the one way I want to do it. I go straight down with the ship. You need to understand, we are committed to our mission, but we are not married to our medium. That is very deep. I'm going to say that again. We are committed to our mission. I wish to succeed, but I'm not married to my medium. If this vehicle no longer serves me, I need to get the fuck out of this vehicle. And I need to find another vehicle. That is really critical. And I think a lot of people, they confuse commitment to the mission with marriage to the medium. Very, very big difference. Okay, if a product is no longer working, the market doesn't want it, stop selling that shit. Sell something else. You know, so it's really critical. We are committed always to our mission, but never married to our medium. So I wasn't married to the medium. I adjusted the message, the product, the offer, the presentation, whatever it is, to add value to clients. And in return, they paid me well. So that was my 2020 from a business standpoint.
Wow, I mean, that's amazing. And that's already, I think, a great advice, a great tip or golden nugget that everybody should take away right now. I mean, even I myself, I run a digital marketing agency. And one of the things that we always used to say to our clients as well, you know, we are married to the idea, right, of helping my clients generate more sales, generate more leads, generate more appointments. But we should never be stuck with the medium. And a lot of our clients, they have this mindset, you know, even though now we are streaming on this particular platform, which is Facebook, right, the blue brother that we love. But a lot of times, you know, we have to understand that that is not the only platform available. You've got to be nimble. You've got to be able to switch at a point of time, because sometimes your audience may not be there, or sometimes, you know, if Facebook are not happy with you, they ban you. You got to be able to switch. So I guess that concept really relates very well, and I feel so deeply about it because it's something that I experience on a daily basis. So guys, you know, committed to your mission, but don't get married to the medium. That's already a great nugget that, you know, that he shared within the first few minutes of this stream itself. So if you find this thing amazing, you find this stream already so valuable to you guys, what I want everybody to do right now, we have like 20 people watching this right now, okay? So everyone, if you could just drop us a like and share this out on your profile or to someone you know is going to benefit from this, that will truly, truly help our mission to impact more people, okay? So get it done right now. Okay, so but having said that, right, I mean, you know, I want to go back to my question a little bit, which is this, right? What were some of the challenges that you faced personally in the business? Because obviously you were very nimble, you were able to adapt and pivot and really be able to make your business very profitable. But a lot of people will not be able to do that, right? Because of, you know, they, like you said, the captain of the ship, he went down with it because he couldn't change. And a lot of this, I think the issue could be here. But how did you manage to prime yourself, to get yourself so ready to make that change?
Let's cover the two questions you're asking, right? The first question you're asking is what are challenges? Second question you are kind of asking is how did I put myself in a space in order to really adjust and adapt? So let's talk about the first question. What were some of the challenges I face? I think a crisis always brings one thing to people. Universally, it brings stress to people. The reason it brings stress is because our mind exists to really keep things as status quo. Our mind doesn't like change. So every kind of stress, every kind of change brings about stress because it activates cortisol, adrenaline. We have to deal with a new circumstance, right? So for example, right now, if your computer stopped working, let me tell you, you will get stressed, yes or no, right? If something fell in the living room right now, you will get stressed. Anything that is unexpected, our body gets stressed. So literally the whole of 2020, everybody felt stressed. Now, the first kind of stress were those that can adapt and cannot adapt, right? So I happen to be the one that can adapt. Now, there were those that could not adapt. They felt stressed because maybe whatever they used to own as a business, as a job, disappeared. Now, I found that myself and many of my clients have felt exactly the same challenges, which were if you could adapt, just because you could do it, doesn't mean it was particularly pleasant, right? Because you didn't expect it. Nobody gave you a memo and said, hey, Gavin, we'll really fuck things up in March 2020. You know, please be informed. No, you didn't, because it all seemed like it was fine, right, in Singapore. it all seemed it was fine. Then all of a sudden, it became really not fine. Because you remember there used to be a time when it was like, all right, cool, masks are optional. We all looked around the world and we are like, we are going to handle this. Then all of a sudden, it was like, we didn't handle this. We went from being last on the list with COVID cases to being right up the top. It was explosion of the foreign worker dormitories. And so we went from handling it to not handling it, to every single day going 10,000 cases, 10,000, 10,000. And all of a sudden, we went from a mask is optional to you better damn well wear a mask, to the guys in red shirt walking around wearing a mask, to all of you stay in. So that happened really fast. I remember this one time I was distinctly remember I was working, and then the PM went on TV and said, "What? Tonight, tomorrow's going to be a lockdown, and all haircuts are going to stop by 12 midnight." At that point of time when I saw it, I was like 9:30. I was like, God, fuck! I have 2.5 hours to get a haircut, or else for the next 3 weeks, your hair got to grow out, and just nobody's going to be open and available. And all of these kind of things cause a lot of stress. It causes a lot of stress. So I think some of the challenges I faced was during those stress, my diet went out the window. I was working way harder than ever before, sleeping lesser than ever before. It just caused a lot of stress because I was trying to stay afloat. I was trying to do the best I can. I was trying to adapt. I enjoyed it though. The truth is I really enjoyed it. However, I don't think it's very healthy to live like this. It's like living in a war zone. It might be very exciting, but it's not healthy. Okay, so how did I prime my mind? That's your second question. How did I prime my mind? I don't think any one of us primed our mind, Gavin. It would imply that we all had some kind of expectation that this would happen. No priming. There was no priming. No one told you this was going to happen. So I guess we all just went back to the fundamentals of entrepreneurship, right? Which is, we all want to look good doing business. I think there's people have a desire to look cool. But in moments of crisis like this, right, ain't nobody looking cool, right? You got to do whatever you got to do in order to make sure that your business is pivoting, your business is afloat, is serving clients, people are doing well, etc. It was a real test of entrepreneurship because when things are well, everybody can look good, right? But when things are not good, it's like, hey man, it's like right now, Gavin, something has spilled in the kitchen. There ain't no looking good. We all need to grab a towel and soak this shit up. And so, that was exactly what happened last year. Whatever you had to do, right? You had to call people, you had to renegotiate, you had to add on things, you had to pivot online. Oh, what if I've never done this before? Nobody gives a fuck. You got to do it. And you have about 1 week to make it happen. That was it, So all of us, I believe the true entrepreneurs you got to see last year, they were the ones who were willing to do whatever it takes. So it is what it is.
Wow, amazing, right? Do whatever it takes, guys. And for many of us who is watching this right now, I guess we kind of been through that as well. And that's why we're all still here. We did whatever it took for us to survive. And that's why for many of us, we are prospering right now. And if you're watching this, I definitely wish that you're also prospering. But if you are facing some issues and you're looking for some advice, you're looking for some help, that is why we have created Destiny Summit 2021, which is why we have gathered 20 world-class experts in the area of health, wealth, and relationship. Because as you heard from Melvin earlier, it wasn't just business. It's also about the health. It's also about relationships, that everything was affected. And that is why we cover all these three main pillars in Destiny Summit 2021. And you got to get yourself registered for free right now. The link is already in the chat. Just head over there, register yourself. Absolutely going to be an amazing, amazing event. Okay, so get yourself there right now. So Melvin, I mean, it's very interesting when you are sharing all this, personal experience. And I always known you as someone who is able to really just work on the fly, to really just change and to be able to just adapt as quickly as you can. Now, of course, we talk about doing whatever it takes, right? You have to pivot. If you want to survive, you have to do it. I guess not many people could say that, I'm very flexible, I'm very nimble, or I'm very able to just change my business model as I want. Like just out of the blue, I want to change it, I can do it. So in that sense, right, what's your advice to people, or what is there any form of strategy that you could share with people that can help them become maybe more nimble or more flexible in that sense?
The answer is very simple. There used to be a great copywriter. His name was Gary Benson-Finger. Gary Benson-Finger, I shared his story in my X Factor marketing class. So Gary Benson-Finger was a great copywriter, and he shared a story in one of his seminars, right? In fact, it was his last seminar before he retired. And he said, many people want to be great fishermen. And so in order to be great fishermen, they all like to gather with other fishermen and talk about fishing. You say all the great fishermen that love to talk about fishing with other fishermen are usually the lousiest fishermen ever. The best fishermen in the world are those that specialize in studying fish. They aren't the ones that hang out with fishermen. Now, what the heck does this mean? It's very simple. If you want to be a great entrepreneur, it's not about pivoting your business model. It's not about all of these things. It's about serving your clients. So when times change, you got to notice, why are you in business? You're not in business to sell your product. You're not in business for your business model. You're in business to serve your clients. And so if they change, then you got to change accordingly if you're interested in serving them in exchange for money. It's as simple as that. So it's not so much that, I'm adaptable or you are less adaptable. It's like, hey man, you want to live. It's very simple. It's like when you go to Antarctica, you wear a winter coat. It's got nothing to do with whether I like a winter coat. It's like, I wish to stay alive. And so I wear this coat to stay alive. When I go to the Sahara Desert, I don't wear a winter coat because I wish to stay alive. And that's the wrong outfit. So it's not so much about being adaptable as much as, hey man, you want to make some money or not? If this is the case, if they all want this, then you can sell whatever shit you are selling before but that nobody wants to buy. Or you can make this and sell it, and then you get money. So what do you want to do? So it's as simple as that.
I see. So it's really about reframing the idea that, you just have to really do what it is that people want. And once you're able to do that, then you'll be able to have that transaction. And you mentioned this at the very beginning. Sorry?
I'll give you an example, Gavin.
Yeah.
Last year, New Balance stopped making shoes for a while. Now, they always make shoes. You know why? Everybody's stuck at home. Like, who the fuck is buying shoes? Nobody buying shoes. And you know what they made? Gavin, make a guess. What do you think New Balance made for about a few months? Mask. Why? Because that's what the fuck people want to buy. So why make shoes? It's exactly it, right? Because they just went, well, ain't nobody gonna buy our shoes. Let's make masks. It's as simple as that. They made masks. Why? Because they wish to exchange value for currency. It's super simple. It's why McDonald's is selling salads at their McDonald's outlets now. Is it because they like salads? No. People think McDonald's kills. So they're like, all right, cool. Oh, you seem to want salad. Fuck it. I'll make a salad then. It's as simple as that.
Absolutely. So guys, remember, the market will tell you what they want. And if you're able to provide for the market and provide for their wants, that's when you're going to be able to exchange your value for currency. And, I've known Melvin for several years now. I remember I first met him probably 3 years ago. I remember it was at the year-end, one of the seminar that I've been to, and Melvin was sharing about how to have he set goals, how he set the next year to be better. And I was thinking, oh my God, this gentleman, he has so much knowledge and he's able to orate it so well. And I wanted to be in touch with him. And I remember after that, I kind of did a pre-COVID. It was pre-COVID as well. I asked you out and we wanted to do an interview session and we did it. And remember when we were doing that, we were literally having beer while doing the interview. And it was a fun session. And right now, we are having you back again for Destiny Summit 2021 because truly the kind of knowledge that you have, the kind of examples that you can give, is very I love the fact that Melvin, for those of you who don't know, Melvin he doesn't just use theory to confuse you, right? That's not what he does. He tells you things that work. He tells you things that are practical. He tells you real life examples. He's giving you things that you can take away from this particular sharing and head back home or wherever you are and implement it immediately so that you can see change in your life and in your business. And that is why I really appreciate Melvin so much. And if you are seeing the same kind of value, right, that I'm getting from Melvin as well, can you just type beer? Since we talked about beer earlier, type beer in the chat and let us know what BEER. Type beer in the chat and let us know. By the way, I saw that Grace asked a question. What time zone we are in? Oh, so Grace, we are actually based in Singapore right now. So our time zone is GMT +8. I know that we just recently went past daylight savings. I'm not sure where you're from, so you might need to adjust that for yourself. Rajiv says that, Melvin, you are a marketing rock star.
Appreciate you, Rajiv. Rajiv's a cool guy. Thank you,
Rajiv. Well, saying beer, Rajiv said beer is life. Oh man, that's one statement I definitely agree with, Rajiv. You're my good friend. We'll be good friends from tonight onwards, Rajiv. Right, and Chu Xiong, Xiu Chu also said beer. Right? So So for the rest of you, right, I mean, this is a good session that you can really ask Melvin any question. I mean, Melvin is really busy. In fact, he was just, I know for the past week, he's actually spending time with his top tier clients at W Sentosa, right? So he's really very busy. So it's not very often that you get an opportunity like this where you can ask him this kind of questions. So guys, I just wanted to open this up for everyone. If you have any questions, be it regarding to Melvin's life, don't ask him whether he got a girlfriend or not. That is beyond this session. If you want that, you buy him beer, you ask him personally. But if you have anything that you want to ask him, be it in business, in entrepreneurship, in marketing, or in branding, or that kind of stuff, I think he's super good at what he does. Or you just have some form of you just wanted to ask him for advice in whatever that you're doing. I think this will be a best time for you to ask any of the questions that you might have in the comment section. So do that right now, okay? So as we are waiting for the questions to come in, Melvin, I want to say, Dalton is also here. Dalton also said beer. I just wanted to ask you this, right? I mean, we talk about all these amazing things that you've been through in 2020, and you had to pivot, and you were just very on point. You went and get it done, right? I mean, that's what you do. I know you had this training with this amazing gentleman, the Navy SEAL gentleman. Just can't recall the name of him. I can't recall the name of him, but you have this training.
Navy SEAL is.
He's from the Navy SEAL. So, I was on the Navy previously, so I know how tough their life is. So that's amazing. But were there any surprises that you had in 2020 that was actually very positive, apart from making a lot of money? Were there other pleasant surprises that you have experienced in 2020?
I think in 2020, the many things that were surprising to me was the resilience that I saw from people. I think that was pretty amazing. The ingenuity I saw from the market. A lot of people came up with very interesting ideas in order to stay alive and thrive. And that was the most exciting thing. I learned from a guy called Marshall Thurber, who studied with his own mentor, Buckminster Fuller. Buckminster Fuller has a saying. He calls it emergence by emergency, which means what? Human creativity, the brightest ideas from human beings only come out when you kind of need it. Emergence by emergency. So last year, we saw what happened when you took away all the things that people used to do in business. And people showed you that in a short amount of time, they can come up with new ideas, new products, new marketing angles, new adaptations. People are so freaking amazing. My mom went from not knowing how to use a computer to sending me Zoom links to now trying to talk to me on Signal. All in 1 year, Gavin. What the fuck happened the 8 years before when she couldn't use a computer properly? She learned all of it in 1 year. That's nuts. And that is across the board. Just everybody learned. Hairdressers were like, all right, cool. We can't see these people. How can we sell hair products so that people can do their hair at home? And they all have their own videos. Now it's so funny, right? Because all of these people had videos for so long, but none of them used it. But in 1 fucking year, everybody knew how to use it. That was the most exciting thing. It was as if you are a retarded student. And for 10 years, you are failing. Then in 1 year, right, you went from retard to genius all in 1 year. Which begs that question. It's so funny. Gavin, are human beings amazing or are they stupid? It's so interesting, right? Human beings can be so stupid and lazy. But then when they need to, right, they can be so smart and so creative. In 1 year, we did more than some people did for the last 8 years. It's so incredible. I thought that was the most interesting thing ever. My mom went from a computer retard, right, to telling me about WhatsApp privacy policy and the fact that, Signal is kind of the way. I said, you a Silicon Valley person now? Like, what the hell? What the heck happened to the woman saying, I don't know how to print this document? Now you follow Elon Musk on Twitter and you're telling me about Signal? I was like, this is insane, right? Now, I almost regret helping her with a computer for 8 years. I'm like, shit, man, if you're so smart, is this a joke?
Yeah, are you sure it's the same lady you're speaking to?
The same lady. I tell you. So Gavin, she's 60 plus. She learned this shit in 1 year. What does that say, Gavin? All of us can do this thing, right? But most of us won't because we are fucking lazy.
It's curious that you actually bring this up, right? So I guess, like for many of us right now, I think the reference is that we are always in our comfort zone, right? And we are so comfortable, right, being where we are. And we don't see a need to move out of it at all, because moving out, it takes time, it takes effort, it takes money, it takes whatever thing, it takes us hell of an effort to drag our ass across the room to move out of this comfort zone, right? To get off the bed. And when COVID hit or when 2020 happened, we had no choice, right? The only way where we want to meet people is that we had to use Zoom, right? Everyone had to do this right now. Everyone is now so used to talking to a camera. And we just have to force ourselves to get out of that. Like you said, emergence by emergency. What? So I guess on behalf of everyone that is watching this right now, or maybe this is just a selfish question that is coming from me.
Sure.
Right. How do we, get people to get out from this comfort zone, even in peacetime? I mean, when things get back to normal, is there a way that we can make it easier for us to force ourselves to get out of this particular comfort zone? Because as we have seen, right, in 2020, if not for anything else, it's proof to us that we are geniuses, right? Like you said, we could do it, but because we were in that zone, we didn't want to do it, right? And if 2022, if it happens, everyone is vaccinated, things go back to that, we are going to creep back into this comfort zone again. Then how can we force ourselves to be out there so that we can be always better? Is there a way? What's the mindset or opinion on that?
I think the first thing is very simple. You need to surround yourself. First of all, it's an internal and an external thing. The first thing is internally, you need to be pushing the boundaries. I think naturally the ones that are the most successful are the ones that feel the most uncomfortable when they feel comfortable. I legitimately, if things are too smooth, I feel uncomfortable and I don't like it. Really. Okay, I like to be pushing the boundaries. Kevin, there are only two ways to grow. Number one is I choose to grow. Number two, right, is life makes me grow. It's kind of like fitness. Number one, I choose to be internally driven for fitness. I choose to exercise. Number two, I choose not to exercise. Then life makes me exercise. There's only two, right? So it's the same. There's always a price to pay. That is just the reality of life, right? So you understand that you have to grow. Things that work now might not work for forever. So here's one thing I learned from my buddy Ken, who's one of your headline speakers. I spent a whole day with him today. You got to self-disrupt. Disrupt yourself before you're disrupted by the marketplace. So that's one thing that I do. You got to self-disrupt internally. Number two, feel safe in discomfort. Right? When things are uncomfortable and we are pushing, at least I chose the discomfort versus I was made by life to be uncomfortable. Does that make sense? I chose this. That's a huge difference, right? It's rather you choose the discomfort rather than you are confronted with the discomfort that life puts upon you. Because when life puts it upon you, it's not very pleasant. So you choose better. That one better. And then the final thing is really surround yourself with people who are constantly pushing the limits. I surround myself with people in the Navy SEAL coaching program in many areas of life where they are not happy with the status quo. And I think when you surround yourself with people like this, it just helps. I'm not happy just being normal or even maintaining the same. So I surround myself with people who share the same beliefs. We are looking always for the next thing, the next idea, something that can push ourselves forward. And so that really helps.
Wow, I mean, that's really good tips there, guys. If you all are listening to this right now, I can see that there's 20 over of you at 11:40 p.m. on a Saturday night. I know right now we can't club or anything like this, but what are you guys doing? Watching us on Saturday night at 40 p.m. Don't you guys have something else better to do? But having said that, it's a joke. I really appreciate you guys being here with us because it shows that you all are interested to learn. You all are committed to your own development, and I think that's very important, right? And like what Melvin was just saying earlier, it's about surrounding yourself with people who can push you to improve, and definitely surrounding yourself with people like Melvin is one of the ways to do it. And one of the other ways to do it is to get yourself registered for Destiny Summit 2021 because you not only get to surround yourself with people like Melvin, you get to be able to surround yourself with 19 other world-class speakers, including his good buddy, Ken, and many of his clients. Like he said, were actually some of our speakers as well. So really, amazing session. Get yourself registered if you are still not yet registered for Destiny Summit 2021. And if this session so far, I mean, we've been online for 40 minutes already. It's amazing how time flies. We started the session with Melvin having his dinner, and right now his dinner is nowhere to be seen. I think it's all in his tummy already. Okay. It's such an amazing session where we have so many golden nuggets, right? And there are some questions coming in. So if you all find this session amazing so far, I want you to type surround, because I want you to remember the keywords that will help you improve, right? So type surround in the chat and let us know, okay? Surround yourself with great people that will push you out of your comfort zone, okay? So Melvin, we do have some questions coming in. So is it okay that we take some of these questions?
Oh, sure, let's go.
All right, man. So we do have the first question coming in from Delton. Okay, so we have Delton coming in, and he actually wanted to ask you, right, quite relatable to what you're doing, right? What your brand is about X Factor. So the question is this: what exactly is X Factor, and does everybody has it?
Okay, cool. So after Delton, an X Factor is something that makes you special. And the answer is, do you have it? Yes. But it needs to be discovered. That's exactly what I help my clients do. An X Factor is very simple, right? Delton, if you're in a relationship and you like a particular girl, now do we like her because she's female? That would just mean we can just grab anyone, next door neighbor, etc. They're all females, right? So why do we like her? Because there's something special about her. We like something about her. Now, that's something that you like about her. That is her X Factor. Especially when you see another girl and you realize, I like my girl better. So she has something special to me versus another girl I meet who might be pleasant, but I like a little bit less. So that right there is an X Factor, right? This explains to us why we get married, why we choose business partners, why we select certain mentors, because that particular person we really like, even though another person might be able to do kind of the same job, because this person has something special that we really enjoy. Now, is it just because they're male, female, tall, short, white, black, Asian? No, there's something inside that person. Now, what is that something? That is an X Factor. And sometimes a lot of people don't know how to express, right? They just say, man, that person has something. We help people discover what that something is. Number two, we help people express that something so they're able to attract the right people to them. And number three, we help them shine that something so that everyone realizes, hey, that person is really different than everybody else. And therefore, they attract and draw the people that they want. That is an X Factor. Now, if you don't have an X Factor, then you just look like everybody else, which is not good.
Okay. Amazing response. And I think Delton said cool. So I guess Delton got his answer already. But again, guys, that's why I love doing such interviews, because I get to be selfish, because I'm the interviewer and get to ask follow-up questions for myself. Okay, so Delton, I wanted to follow up something that I think many of us would really appreciate as well. So my follow-up question to that is actually, so Melvin, you said that X Factor is something that attracted you to that somebody, but maybe not to someone else. So it seems that it's very individual. It's quite subjective to an individual as well. So my question, perhaps to just make it clear for everybody to clarify it, is that X Factor may not be universal. Am I right to say so?
There is something special about everybody, right, Kevin? The truth is, there's something special about everybody. However, we are all made special, Kevin, right? We are all made very special. You can see that the world has made us to be unique. Our retinas are unique. Our fingerprints are unique. The way we talk, the way we express ourselves are unique. I know a lot of twins who, even though they're born on the same time, same date, same day, same age, they look the same and they're unique. Do you see, Gavin? If twins, people who look the same, are born on the same day from the same mother, right? They are unique. That means what? All of us are special, right? So all of us, there's something special about us. However, many of us do not know how to express it for two reasons. Sometimes it can be challenging to look inside yourself and tell other people what makes you special. Number two, society, funny enough, trains us to forget what makes us special. But society doesn't want us to be special. It is far easier. Look, Gavin, when everyone is in school, they get everybody to wear the same uniform. You got to keep your hair the same length. You sit your ass behind the chair, shut the fuck up, right? So all of us are taught to be the same. But now you do that for how long, Gavin? You go to kindergarten, they tell you to wear the same fucking PAP kindergarten shirt, right? That's 5 years old. You do that all the way till you graduate at 25 years old in maybe university. For 20 years, even in the army, you're taught to wear the same thing and just be like everybody else. 20 years of people telling you, hey man, shut the fuck up. Just be like everybody else. You forget that you are special. You think you exist, kind of like a human robot, just performing. And why does society want that? because it's easy to control. And also it just lends itself to, moving people around to just do things. You see, society doesn't really, they want us to be functional. They don't care about us being happy or fulfilled. Functional means, Gavin, you get a job, you get a salary, you have some kind of wife, some kind of house, some kind of kids, and you won't die. That's functional. Society doesn't give three shits about whether you're happy or fulfilled, about discovering your life purpose, or about what makes you special, or what you really want to do. Society has no time for that. And unfortunately, a lot of people are functional but never happy.
All right. I hope that's helped everybody else as well. Because it helps me a lot to understand my own perspective a lot better. And you understand this, right? Every one of us, we have something unique, we have something special. And the point is that you got to go through, and that is what Melvin is really good at, because he helps you draw that special point out of you and help you amplify it and magnify it so that people will be able to come to you, right? And I think that's also part of the push and pull marketing as well. You want people to come to you. You don't need to go after them, right? That's really how we want. You want to be the girl that is being wooed, right? Using the analogy earlier. 你要是那个被 right? Okay. So anyway, we have I think just now I saw we have about 30 people, and now it drops back to about 20 plus. But for those of you who are watching, can you guys just drop a comment, say hi or something like this, so that we know that you are here. And Melvin loves the interaction. I love the interaction as well. We can address you by name. It makes this whole conversation a lot better. So comment hi or say something so that we know that you're here. All right, guys. Okay. Rajesh just said a very funny comment. Rajesh just said, I swear I love how Melvin talks. I say it as it is, brother. That's awesome. I hope this stream doesn't get banned or anything after this, because there's the F words and things coming out also. So we got to be a little bit mindful of that before we get blocked here and there. And we have a lot of people online right now. We have Xiu Chu, we have Farah, we have Angel, we have Andy, and we have a lot more people who are all online absorbing this amazing session. Okay, so I want to move on to the next question that we do have. This is actually from Rajiv. I'm not sure if you need clarification on this, Melvin. If you need, you can say that you want clarification. We ask him to say more. So I think Rajiv, I assume he's a tuition center owner, and he want to ask you, for marketing a tuition center, right? What are your top 3 tips? Do you need more info on this?
Oh, no. I know Rajiv. Rajiv has attended my X Factor marketing class before.
Okay.
Rajiv, I would say number 1, go back and review your X Factor notes, buddy. Okay, cool. Anyway, that's probably not the answer that Rajiv wants. For marketing a tuition center, what are your top 3 tips? Number 1, Rajiv, listen to what Gary says. Number 1, you ought to have a system. Okay, a system that is unique from everybody else. I spoke to a friend of Rajiv who he knows very well, Gary, and one of the things we agree on is having what we call a unique mechanism. A unique mechanism. Now, the method I teach is called the X Factor method. Now, certain people teach Kumon has their own method. Different places, they teach their own method. Number 1, you got to have your own unique method. When you don't have a method, then you sound like everybody else. That's not special. Number 2 is to really zero in on the segment of the market that you want to serve and not serve other people. For example, we only teach Set 4A math. That's exactly it. We don't do anything else. Okay? Or we should zero in specifically on upper set chemistry. Very important. Number 3 is to really push the boundaries in crazy manner. So I give you an example. If you're able to really go deep in terms of teaching, right, beyond just whiteboard, right? For example, if you do physics and chemistry and you have a chemistry lab at the back, if you do math and there's something weird and quirky, or you just really you got to go real all the way deep into that, such that people come in and they don't feel they're at a tuition center. They feel that this is a unique experience and like, what the hell is going on here? Then that's going to stand out. The one thing is, it's very hard to market a tuition center, because the moment you hear the word tuition center, Gavin, what do you think? Do you have tuition when you're growing up, Gavin?
Yes, plenty of it, in fact.
When I say tuition center, what do you think?
I think of desks, of whiteboards, of books, of copy machine, stuff like that. Yeah.
So here's the key. Don't think of your center as a tuition center. Don't make it a tuition center, right? Because the moment you make it a tuition center, then you're screwed. Basically, you're screwed. You're screwed because you're pigeonholed yourself already, right? So that's what I would do. I'll have a unique mechanism. I'll zero in on a certain market, and I'll see how I can create an experience beyond just tuition, to make it a little bit really wow. It's like this is really different than sell the experience. Exactly, Rajiv. Okay, definitely the experience. Remember, when it's hard to get kids to come to the tuition center. Kids love to learn, but nobody likes to come to the tuition center. You see, when we call it tuition center, we have pigeonholed the way we teach already. You sit behind a desk, I show you a bunch of PowerPoints, we do this shit for 2 hours. Surely there's much more to it than that. If we can make it more unique than that, then really we're going to attract people, because it's so different. It's like, what is going on here? It really attracts people. So that's all.
All right, man. Awesome. I love it. I love all the 3 tips that was being shared. And like Rajiv was saying, I hope this really answered your question. And please go and review your X Factor classes. Like what Melvin is saying, I know you all can attend all the time. So please go back and review it so that you can get more golden nugget like this. But for those of us who are watching this, right, for the rest of us, for the other 20 people who is watching this or 30 people who is watching this, and you might not be running a tuition center business, please do not take it as, what Melvin has just shared only applies to the tuition business. I mean, what he's sharing here are really ideas and strategies that you can apply to, I would say, any business, right? I think that is really where and how you imply and apply the X Factor method into what you do, so that you'll be able to stand out, so that you'll be able to reach out to the people that you want to, and people will remember you and they'll come back to you and only you. I think that's really what we are looking about here right now. So that's super amazing. And if that is good, right, then I guess that what we want to say is that we want to move on to the next question. And let me see if we have the next one actually. Or in fact, we do have a question, one more question. And by the way, guys, if you have any more, this is your last chance before I'm going to get Melvin to go for his rest, because I know that he had a long day, so I don't want to keep him here for too long as well. So if you have any other questions, this is your last opportunity to type it down in the comment, okay? So we do have a question from Thomas. Let me put it up and let's see what it is. So Thomas actually asking, right, how did you persist through the years of failure to reach where you are at now, and what keeps you going? So before Melvin answered that, I think for those of you who do not know Elvin's, how he got started, maybe Melvin, you probably need to share a little bit about that as well. Yeah.
So the way I got started was I decided at age 20 to quit SMU. I was in SMU. I was an SMU scholar. I did very well in school, but I never really wanted to study. Really, I wanted to not even go to university. And I remember my mom gave me an argument that was hard to refute at that point of time. She said, "Well, how do you know you don't like it if you never go?" And I thought to myself, "That's true. How do I know? I have no idea." So I decided to go. I realized I hated it just like I thought I would. Right, so I decided to quit, and when I was 2021, and I decided to quit and just kind of start my business. The years of failure was about 7 years. It was really long. It wasn't very pleasant. Most of the time, I made about $800 a month. I ate frequently 1 meal a day. How did I persist through those years? I have no idea how I persisted. Sometimes it's when you're making that kind of money, and you think to yourself, right? There's not much I can do. I've chosen this path. I have an A-level certificate, which is useless in Singapore. So I could rely on an O-level certificate, which is not good. I don't have a uni cert. I tried to do anything I could in order to try to make some money. You're chosen down a certain path, and I thought it was, I kind of burned the boats. So I wish there was a bit more glorious way of like, I do, oh man, it was this one quote that kept me going. Nah, it wasn't. Just the way it is when you chose this life, so you gotta carry on and make it work. Do I think people should do that? No, you shouldn't. If you're smart, you find yourself a mentor. It's dumb. It's dumb to just learn things by running into the wall and your trial and error. It was tough. It was tough. It was challenging. It wasn't very fun. I don't really think people should do that. I think that's why I run a coaching program, because I don't really think people should do that. I wish I'd found coaches and mentors at a point of time that could help me. Okay, what keeps me going now? I don't have passion. I've been awake since 8 a.m. and I've been just working all the way till now. Now it's 12 midnight. Most people, I've made millions of dollars. I don't really have to do this, but I enjoy doing it. Okay, that's just the reality. I've been together with another speaker, Ken, since we started our class at 9 a.m. So I was awake at about 7:45, 8. And I've been talking, sharing, running my business before this call, consulting people, dealing with different challenges. And now it's 12 midnight. That would mean I've worked a 16-hour day. What keeps me going? Certainly isn't money. I mean, I do get paid very well, but why would I do this? I have a decent amount. I just like it. I like it. I feel I'm making a difference. I feel that we all have a purpose in life, and when you fulfill it, you get what I call universal strength and energy. That means the universe wants to reward you and gives you a lot of strength and energy so that you can do more of what you're supposed to do. So I guess that's what I'm operating on. The converse of that is when you get burnt out, even though you're doing nothing much because you don't enjoy it. So I feel like I'm powered by maybe sometimes even a force greater than just my own energy level. So I feel that this is what I'm supposed to do, so I do it.
All right, love that. If you guys feel the passion that Melvin is actually, coming out from his inner self, from his aura, from his whatever you want to say, right, from inside out, right. If you all can feel his passion, I want you all to type passion, right? Type passion in the chat and let us feel your passion as well. Okay, so type it out right now. And if you want to be able to feel the passion from even more people, more amazing people like Melvin, like himself, right? That's why you need to get yourself registered for Destiny Summit 2021. If you're not yet registered, I know some of you here, I have not seen your name before, so you might not be registered for the event. Just head over to the link below, www.destinysummit2021.com, and get yourself registered. It's free, right? It's free, and most of the speakers, we're not even selling you anything. We are really doing this because of like what Melvin was saying earlier, passion. I think all of us here, we run our own businesses are successful at different levels, quite subjective, right? Some are making millions, some are making 6 figures, some are making 5 figures, but we are all successful in our own rights, I would say. But we are all doing this, we are all coming together because of our passion to be able to impact you guys. And that's what we are all here for. So get yourself registered for this event, really. It's going to change your life, quite literally. But having said that, right, I thought it's very interesting, and I want to follow on that question a little bit as well, because I think this is something that a lot of people ask me, and I want to hear your opinion on that. People say, sure, yeah, passion, but Gavin or Melvin, passion, very fast we sian one, passion will die out, the flame will extinguish, right? Then how did you keep your flame of passion, right, burning for so long? How do you maintain it? Is there a way that you maintain it, or it's just coming out of you, ever flowing, like never ending? Like how does that
people if they are married?
Sorry, say again?
I'll ask these people if they are married, and I would ask them to say that sentence to their wives. Just say, hey man, passion burns out. I'm quite sure their wife would love to hear about that. So first of all, for many people that have a relationship, a lot of people are happy in a relationship. The passion continues, right? I think passion develops. Passion deepens. I think the more you look, man, if you are instantly thinking, hey man, it burned out, that was motivation. It's a difference. Motivation is external. For example, I tell Gavin, hey, if you do Destiny Summit well, I'll pay you $1 million. Now, Gavin's going to do it well, but maybe he's not doing it for Destiny Summit. Maybe he's doing it for the $1 million. That's motivation, right? That's when the parent tells the child, hey, if you study hard, I'll buy you PSP. That is motivation. That's not passion. Passion means what? The child does it for his own reasons. He's got his own goals. He genuinely loves and enjoys it. We'll do it even though no one else pays him to do it. That's passion. Okay, if it runs out, you need to investigate if it really was even passion.
All right. I mean, that's exactly what Joycelyn, one of my co-hosts, who is full of passion for this event as well, actually saying this, right? If it get extinguished, then perhaps it's not the true passion. So you guys have to really look inwards and ask yourself that question, because I guess sometimes for us, when we are on the outside, there's some things that we will never know, right? Unless you are able to share or you look really deep inside. So I guess if you feel yourself, your passion turning out, then it's time to ask yourself, is this truly my own passion, or am I driven by other things apart from passion that is making me do this? So maybe you can ask yourself that question. And we see Raji saying passion. Angelica, I think Angelica, this is your first comment. So hi, Angelica, nice meeting you here. Thank you for joining us. Andy also said passion. Delton is having a good laugh about your comment on the wife, I guess. Okay, all right. I guess we have one more question that is coming from Angel Ricker. I'm not sure if she's your client or She's part of the summit. She's asking this. Generally, how long does it take for a digital business to stabilize? Well, actually, what kind of digital business, Angel, if you could add on to that? Because I think if not, it's very difficult for Melvin to answer that. So, Angel, you are still watching this. Can you let us know what kind of digital business you are referring to so that we can answer your question? Because I want to answer it, but I think we need more information. So while we're waiting for that, right? I just wanted to ask you this, right? I mean, we have spoken a lot before, and I know you have a passion for helping people. That's why you're doing what you're doing, right? Like you said, you don't need to do this, but yet you are really, coming out of your own comfort zone, right? Spending long hours just to help and impact other people's business so that they can be better. And I just wanted to ask you this question, right? From my own perspective, is that when I invited you for Destiny Summit 2021, right, Melvin? I'm very thankful. I'm still very, very thankful and very grateful that you said yes to me. But I just wanted to understand, like, why did you say yes to the event? Because you are such a busy man. Obviously, you don't need to do this, like you said. But why did you say yes to this event so that you can, impact more people?
I think it's because it aligns with my mission. I think at the end of the day, I'm here to really help people transform the way they think, their lives, unleash whatever they have inside and share it. You have worked hard to develop a platform. I know what it is like to develop something like this before. So I mean, if I can support you, it doesn't take that much time from me. I can move things around and make sure, I have an hour and a half to devote to the people. Now, here's one thing you don't know, Gavin, is that on that actual day itself, I'm actually teaching my X Factor marketing class. And it ends at 7:15. So I'm going to rest for 10 minutes and jump on and do this. Yeah. So I think, yeah. So I'm going to be a bit late for rehearsal. No, because my class ends at 7:15. So it's just the truth. Right. So we go from 9:30 to 7:15. So my slot is next week at 7:30. So I got 15 minutes to get a drink, and stretch out, and then to dive in. So I hope everyone knows that this is not just something that I say, it's something I do. It's 12:03 now.
Yeah, I mean, guys, really, because Melvin does his X Factor classes very regularly, and we know that he's doing it. And his slot is for those of you who are very interested, you want to hear Melvin speak more. His segment is going to be happening on the 16th, right? On the 16th of April, which is a Friday. Right, and he'll be doing it at 7:30 p.m. And his class, right, his own class is ending at 7:15. So, I mean, the amount of dedication that Melvin is putting in for this, can you guys just join me to give him a round of applause and thank him for doing this for everybody? So just say thank you, Melvin, in the chat. Let us know how much you appreciate Melvin for doing this. Okay, so let's say thank you, Melvin, in the chat and let us know. All right, and really, bro, I mean, thank you very much for doing this. If they don't say it, I say it first. So I'm really very appreciative of you. And we want to bring this back to the question that we had earlier, because I think, let me see. Angel replied that she's actually referring to maybe an online shop. So I assume this is a question more about e-commerce, right? So let's bring that question back again. So I'm not sure if you are very experienced in this domain. I would say the question would be, how long does it take for a digital business, e-commerce, to stabilize?
So I have a few ideas. Best people to ask about this are some of the guys that I have coached and worked with before. Obviously, Shannon from COO Leap Vista. So I'm not sure if Shannon's the best person, but definitely Ben Tan is definitely Benjamin Tan from Leap Vista. I'm not sure if he's on. Folks who do e-commerce, right? I've coached Ben Tan before. I've coached Julian Yong before. A lot of e-commerce people that have coached Jonathan Yuan also. So I mean, they are much better at e-commerce stuff than myself. Here are my thoughts. How long does it take for it to stabilize? The real question here is the word stabilize. What is the definition of stabilize? Now, stabilize could mean one of three things depending on your ambition. Number one, stabilize could mean we reach a point where it's not crazy, right? Profits exist, cash flow exists, we are not in the red, and we're making some kind of business. That could mean stabilize. Number two, stabilize could mean maybe hitting a 6-7 figure goal and basically everything's nice and fine, you can scale things up. That could mean another form of stabilize. Or number three, your business is operating with minimal effort, generating you next to passive income. That could also be stabilize. So that the real question is, what is your definition of stabilize? Because I know people whose definition of stabilize differs. Let's take a look at the first one. In order to get some sales and get some profits, well, if you do your job well, which is you source a product that people want to buy, you put it out there in a way that makes people want to buy it, I think you'll be able to generate some sales pretty soon. So that will not take very much effort. Obviously, the three people I've mentioned, Ben Tan, Julian Yong, Jordan Yuan, are very good at teaching you how to do that. That's the first key. Number two, how long does it take for you to build a 6-7 figure business so that basically you're making some kind of decent money every single year? Well, it will depend about your own knowledge and skill set in the area of e-commerce, your ability to scale advertisements, your ability to choose a great product, your ability to work with suppliers, your ability to have a good supply chain and back end system so you can track orders, send things out, etc. That would really depend on you. If you have experience, we can get it done. If you don't, and you don't hire a mentor, you're probably going to learn it the hard way. And finally, the passive income one. That I have actually no idea. Then you have to go and ask the three guys, because I'm not even sure if there are people that have that kind of passive thing. I'm quite sure some people have done it before, but I'm quite sure those three gentlemen who I've worked with before are perhaps the best in Asia, Singapore, and answering that question.
Absolutely. So, Angel, I hope that answered your question. If you are looking for the people that we talk about, these people run their own workshop and classes as well. Benjamin Tan, Jonathan Yuan, all these people, they are on our friend list probably. So either go to Melvin's profile or my profile, search for them. You'll be able to connect with these people. And they are absolute best at what they do. Regardless of whatever things that you might be seeing online, I think we attest to their integrity. We attest to their results. They are really good at what they do, right? So if you are interested to learn from them, feel free to connect with them and ask them more questions, because I think that's their domain and they will answer you better. Okay, so I guess we don't have any more questions, and I know that we are getting late. In fact, I told Melvin that Melvin was actually asking, is it going to be a 30-40 minutes thing? But now it's actually 67 minutes already. So guys, I'm going to let Melvin off very, very soon. So if there's any more questions, I think we can just take one last one. Okay, if there's any more questions, we're going to take one last one. And my parting question for before we end the session would be this, right? I mean, we are now officially into Q2 2021 already. I mean, 2020 is already behind us. In fact, Q1 2021 is already behind us as well. So my question to you, Melvin, is there something that you're looking forward to in 2021? What are your plans? What are you looking forward to?
Okay, my plans for 2021 are very simple. Yeah, it's always to do more of the things that work and less of the things that don't work. And then also to seek some area of breakthrough in my life that I've never experienced before. So I'll give you an example. Back in 2019, I think it was late 2019, Ken, who was one of my business partners, sent me a challenge, right? It was the first time ever I had to do a Chinese full day presentation. And I've not spoken Chinese for a long time. The last time I did was about when I was 16, right? I was from Huachong, Chinese high. So I haven't spoken Chinese for a long time. Now I know how to order chicken rice in Chinese without skin and bones, but to teach a full class and do a high ticket pitch at the end in Chinese was quite out of the question. So fast forward till today. That was exactly what I did. I taught the whole day and we made 6 figures at night in Chinese. Six figures at night in Chinese. This is probably the 12th, 13th time that I've already done it before. So that I consider a breakthrough, even at this level, like right now. I don't have to do it, but I choose to do it, So, for example, one of the goals I have is to further grow my Chinese proficiency. Okay, I think I'm onto something. I have regained some of my Chinese ability, but I think there's a lot more that I can grow in. So my goals every year are very simple, right? First of all, find out the things that worked last year, do more of it. Number 2, find out the things that didn't work, do less of it. Number 3 is to seek some area of life that I've never really accomplished before and push myself to go into it. In 2020, it was boxing. So I really pushed myself to go and learn and master boxing. So this year I'm finding some, back in 2019, I was doing ice baths. So every year I find something strange and go and do it. It keeps me slightly uncomfortable and growing.
Alright, so maybe 我们这个直播我们现在要放短台了吗？我们要用中文吗？
没问题，很好，
没问题吗？可以吗？我们有多少中文的听众啊，还是观众在看？你们听得懂中文的话，我们可以用中文来继续这个直播。
可以。
好，那 just okay. All the rest of the people they all run away. But okay, that's a very interesting a goal, and I think I also like the fact that you mentioned that every single year you are looking out for something and you go all the way out. You really just put yourself in the uncomfortable zone so that you can grow, and after that you master it. And then from there, you move on to the next target. And I think that is really so important as well. I mean, jokes aside, I really appreciate that because it shows to me that, how focused and dedicated you are. And this is something that I see many people within our circle, within my circle perhaps, we jump from opportunity to opportunity. We go for the shiny object syndrome. And people just keep shifting the target, the goal all the time. And when they do that, I realize that a lot of these people, they tend not to achieve what they intended to do. They don't score the goals, right? Yep. So having that focus and the dedication from this, not simple sharing, like just what he's looking forward to, is also a lesson to me. So guys, if that is a lesson to you as well, and I hope it is, I don't hope for it to be, I know it is a lesson for you. So you guys got to bear that in mind as well. Be focused and be dedicated. That's how you're going to be achieving your goals, okay? So if you agree with that, type focus in the chat and let us know. Okay, so no questions. I don't see any questions that is coming in right now for the Destiny Summit. For this particular session. So perhaps Melvin, then can we sell Goyo a little bit? Right now since we are coming to the end of it. So sell Goyo means promote, self-promote. Okay, for those of you who understand the language. So could you share, just give a teaser a little bit on what will you be sharing in Destiny Summit 2021, and also encourage people who's watching this right now or later to sign up for the event.
Okay, so one of the things that Gavin has been sharing, which is kind of funny because literally I'll be sharing at the Destiny Summit stuff about X Factor, which is exactly what I'll be teaching 15 minutes before I get on. So it will not be difficult at all for me to share, considering it's exactly what I've been doing. So very simple. Some of you are asking, how exactly do I find my X Factor, right? There's so much competition. What makes me special? Number two, how can I be different than everybody else? How can I attract people to me? And many other questions, especially get high-paying clients. That's exactly what we are going to talk about, okay? Exactly at that presentation. I think you're going to enjoy it. Literally, please understand, everything I share with you is literally a good summary of everything I'm about to teach a class full of people, literally for 8 to 9 hours before my presentation. So you're going to learn some good stuff. Why should you come for the Destiny Summit? Very simple. I know a lot of these people. I think they're great people. Many of them have attended my session before. Many of them are good friends of mine. I think you will learn a lot. I think Gavin has put together a varied list of people. Some of them are in health. Some of them are in wealth. Some of them are in investments. My buddy Ken is in investment. Some of them are in marketing. These people are very varied. So I know you're going to learn a lot from all of these different people. So I just really think for something so holistic like this, I think so it's a rare opportunity. So come, really benefit, learn from all the variety of people. I think you'll have a good time.
All right, I'm sure we are all going to have a good time. You're going to have a great time moving forward in Destiny Summit 2021. It's going to happen from the 12th of April all the way to the 18th of April. That's the actual session itself, where we're going to have 20 speakers, like what Melvin was sharing, 20 world-class speakers with varied topics coming in to share their expertise and their knowledge and wisdom with you. And in fact, tomorrow night itself, right, we are already going to be beginning to have our first bonus session that's going to happen. For those of you who are registered, you know what it is. For those of you who are not yet registered for it, that's why you need to get yourself registered so that you know what is the bonus sessions that we have, right?
I think that's with Mark Teo.
Hey, don't let the cat
yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Just let's not say that.
Yes. But it's live. We can't cut it. But that's just one of the bonus sessions we have, guys. In fact, I have at least 7 other bonus sessions.
Oh wow!
Prepared after the summit, right? And it's absolutely free for you to sign up. So really, I mean, the amount of effort that we are putting in to provide so much value and impact to you guys is tremendous. If I have to say it myself, it's really crazy. And what Joycelyn was saying is, yeah, actually, the bonus session has already been oversubscribed, but I'm looking to see if I can open up more seats available for everybody. So if you still want in, get yourself registered for the summit and register yourself for the bonus sessions. Okay, so all right, so as we end this session, Melvin, if you were to go away right now and you can only use one sentence, share a piece of advice in one sentence to anyone that is watching this right now, be it they are entrepreneurs or they are business owners or they're just someone looking to start out or anything like this, what would that one sentence or that one piece of advice be?
I would say it's the sentence I said earlier. We must always be committed to our mission, but never married to our medium. So most important, we seek to achieve our goals. It's very important, but it doesn't mean that if a plan is not working, we need to keep sticking to it.
Okay, so committed to your mission, guys, and don't get married to your platform, right? That's the key advice that we got from Melvin. So once again, everybody, can we give a big round of applause and say thank you for Mr. Melvin Soh, the great Melvin Soh, for spending his Saturday evening with us. And I also want to thank every one of you that is still watching this right now, or you watched earlier, or you're watching the replay, for spending this time with us. I really appreciate you here. And if you have not yet registered for Destiny Summit 2021, get it done right now, okay? You're not going to regret it. The event is actually beginning on the Monday, but tomorrow you have the bonus session, and it will continue on. I assure you, it will continue on and on and on, because we have so much more in place for you. Okay, so get yourself registered. Once again, thank you, Melvin, for joining us tonight. Committed to your mission, don't get married to the platform. Thank you, and we'll see you at Destiny Summit 2021. Have a good night. Stay safe. Bye bye.
All right, buddy.
Hey everyone, my name is Gabriel Wong and I'm so excited to be speaking to you at Destiny Summit 2021.
Why do I have to go through these challenges?
Today is the day to unlock your peak potential.
How can you actually turn any crisis into an opportunity?
I super scaled my business from $0 to $30 million.
You don't have to be intelligent to be rich.
I'm always learning new things and most importantly trying to juggle my role as a mother of 3 with the growing businesses and my employees and teams all over the world.
So you gotta hang around people who are positive, who inspire you every day.
Take control.
Take control. Take control.
Take control. Take control.
Take control of your destiny.
Destiny Summit 2021.
I can't wait.